Turbid water is what biologists call water that is muddy or cloudy. It's normal to have a period of turbid water after a heavy rain. However, if the water never clears, your pond is not offering the best environment for a healthy fish population. A pond is considered turbid if you can't see the bottom of the pond in about 2 feet of water. Turbidity reduces sunlight penetration into the water, which inhibits plant growth, decreases oxygen production, and limits primary food production. If the water becomes too muddy, sight-feeding fish like largemouth bass and bluegill will have a difficult time finding and capturing food. Turbidity can be caused by several different things, including suspended clay particles, livestock and ponds, feeding activities of fish, as well as shoreline soil erosion caused by wind and wave action. The disking practices of nearby agriculture fields can also muddy a pond. A no-till practice with the addition of cover crops is recommended. Setting a jar of pond water in a dark, undisturbed spot for 2 weeks and observing how fast the particles settle to the bottom will help determine if the muddiness is from a mechanical disturbance or from clay turbidity. Clay turbidity can be temporarily corrected by adding cured hay. If the pond doesn't clear up in 2 weeks, this process can be repeated. Be cautious, because multiple applications can cause an oxygen depletion in the pond and may result in a fish kill. Agricultural-grade gypsum can also be used to correct clay turbidity. An application dose of 500 pounds per acre-foot of water is recommended. Do not use alum cement or wall plasters to clear ponds. They are too likely to kill fish. Turbidity caused by animal activity and aquatic organisms in and around the pond is easier to remedy. Livestock should be fenced out of the pond if fish production is a high priority. Crayfish, aquatic insects, and some fish species can cause turbidity due to their bottom-feeding habits or burrowing activity. Some of these sources can be controlled with the introduction of a predator species such as largemouth bass. Soil erosion in the watershed contributes to turbid water. Plant a sod-producing grass on any bare ground and maintain at least a 100-foot wide buffer strip of thick vegetation around the pond. If the shoreline is eroding, some protective measures should be taken, such as rip-wrapping, seeding grass, or planting trees on the problem areas, but never plant trees on a dam. In most cases, turbidity can be corrected using proper pond management techniques. For more details about muddy ponds, check out this free aqua guide available on our website.